Okay, today we have our goldfish fry at 36 hours approximately, and I want to run through the process of a DIY siphon kit suitable for small goldfish fry. So for this we have this certain apparatus. If I just show you on my left over here, this is what I've designed. This is what I use. This is a approximately 9mm flexi hose removed from medical instruments, and what I've done is I've attached to it a biro, and I'll just show you how it fits into it. There, just give it a little push. The main thing is to create a watertight seal around the lip. Now on this you probably can see what's quite recognizable as a mineral water bottle. Now this is the one that you can push into your mouth directly, which is quite suited to this fitting. As long as you create a watertight seal again, it's sufficient. Now moving on to the class of bottle that I use, it's generally a small one just to get the siphon function going, which is sufficient for this purpose. So what I do is I just create a suction by placing this in here. Now what I find is when I hoover up the setup here, generally I end up swallowing up some of the fish fry within the system. Now this is not really a problem as long as you catch the fish in an external container, because I don't want them to go down my sink. Can you get the sink, cameraman? Yeah. So what I generally use is this, a Lancashire Farm natural probiotic yogurt. It's quite important because this is got a 1 kg containing facility, so which means it's roughly about 750 ml. So let's start the hoovering process. So basically you want to put this in the water and you want to give it a shot of air. And can you see the air going into the water? It makes a beautiful sound. Then what you want to do is you want to elevate this below the level of the water. So what I'll do is I'll just drop it into the sink, make sure my hose is nicely in that area, and if you just catch the releasing function, you'll see now the water starting to run through the hose. Now sometimes you might need to give it a little kickstart by getting the bottle a bit of a function like that. Now all you really need to do is create water in the hose, and once it's done you'll see the water starts to drip away. And I'll show you this here. A little bit of a messy thing, but there you go. We have now water coming out. Now this may look like a small a bead of water, but this is sufficient for what we want to do, which is hoover the tank. Now if we go over to the tank, the lighting conditions are not great here, but I'll try to pick up some microscopic waste and you'll see it run down the hose. Oh, that's what you don't want to do. Now you can see I've lost the water pressure there, but another method I found is that if I inject a shot of water directly into here, so if I just leave that there, put this on there and on the water, you'll see now a shot of water coming out of here, which means this is ready to go. There we go. Now let's hoover this all up. This is nicely dripping away. Now I'm going to give it a little hoover, but what I find is sometimes the little fishies get hoovered in. And let's do one deliberately. Sure if I've hoovered any fishes up, but let's hoover up one deliberately. Actually my fish are getting quite strong now and they managed to swim away, but I think I have hoovered up some. Okay, let's just catch a little fish because there's not much debris in my pond. Yes, this is working just perfect. because I'm managing to vacuum up the little fish, which means that if I had rubbish in here, it would also hoover that up. Now, to conclude this experiment, what we want to do is we don't want to trap any fish within the hose, because that will be very unpleasant for the little fry, because there's no water. So to end this, what I do is I simply elevate this far beyond the level of what's underneath and ensure that all the water from the hose has been extracted. Now, as an additional precautionary method, I also pop this in the sink and give it another shot of water until I see the water come out the other side. So all I'm basically doing is I'm just flushing out the hose and ensuring there's no fish. So once that's done and it's been cleaned by the fresh water, I give it a final shot of my oxygen. Cameraman, you getting this? So that ensures any fish that were in the hose are now in my little pot. So we can put this hose away, and I'll just show you under the natural light that we have here, the fish that we've actually safely caught up in our container. So if we just go under the light here, cameraman, can you see the fish? Now these are fish that have been caught up while extracting the debris from the setup, which would have gone down the sink, gone down the toilet, as they say. But what I have for this is I have another method of extracting now the fish from the debris. Now this is a monster size pipette, which I bought actually from the kitchen shop. And as you can see, this has an ability to suck up to 30 ml, which equates to 1 ounce fluid. So what we want to do this is just get enough suction to catch the fish within the tube, because we don't want to end it up in there, because it might get a bit scared, because it's quite dark and scary down there. So let's catch the fish. I mean, as we can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fish here. That shouldn't really be here. But anyway, let's start. 1. Now, as you can see, there's 1 fish in there. Now this is a bit of an art, because I've got to now transpose it to my setup without getting it sucked up or dropped out. There's one there. Oh, it's fallen out. This is not on that exact size as such. But I have found actually the fish enjoy this, because it's a bit like going to Thorpe Park. There's a ride there called the Aqua Slide, and they basically have the same experience of getting injected. Now sometimes that can be quite a time-consuming task, and for the purpose of the experiment, what I would do is just simply get this container and pour them back in like that, ensuring there's no fish left in the container. Now also what I like to do is, just to give me peace of mind, because sometimes when I fall asleep I think, oh my gosh, there's no fish left in the black scary area. So I just give it 1 big suction of water. Now if there's any fish in there, they'll be having an enjoyable time, because they're getting a little free shake. And then just shoot them out. That's it. So now we know we're all clean here and we're all clean here. And I can pop that water back. Okay, that concludes day 2 of the fish, 36 hours, and siphoning, pipetting and oxygenating the water. Thank you so much.